everyone, it is me, it is I. Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about some new tarot and oracle decks that will be coming out, releasing during the summer of 2025. So we're going to be talking about both oracle decks and tarot decks. I will put up when it's going to release somewhere here and where you can get it. I did all these decks that are available on Amazon just because I know Amazon's not something that everybody believes in, and you know, things like that. But the only reason why I chose Amazon, you can obviously buy this directly from the seller or the publishing company if you choose to. But the reason why I just put Amazon is because you can get Amazon pretty much in a vast majority of the world, and that's why I put the Amazon links. But feel free to swap them out for the actual publishers and all that as well. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first deck that I have here is called the MindScapes Tarot. This is an 80 card deck and guidebook. So this is more than the typical 78 cards. I'm not sure why or what extra cards they'll include. And this one is going to be available on July 22nd. And this deck looks so stunning. Like the imagery and everything is just absolutely gorgeous. If you like to read tarot via intuition, symbolism, colors, this is like such a beautiful deck to do so, because you can get so much out of it, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure what those symbols are in some of those photos. I would have to look that up. But I just think it's such a beautiful deck. Like, it's just absolutely stunning, and it's very different and unique than a lot of other decks that I've seen. And this one is a Hay House published deck, so you can definitely get this on the Hay House website. Actually, I recommend you get it on the Hay House website, especially if you are American based, or I don't know if they do Canadian. Hay House usually also has a lot of deals as well. The next deck is by Rockpool Publishing, and this deck is so cute. I don't know what it is, but it's called Your First Tarot Deck, and this one comes out August 12th, 2025, and it is literally the classic Rider-Waite deck, but a different color scheme. And I don't know what it is about this color scheme that just, it screams vintage and like feminine to me, like divine feminine, vintagey, which I absolutely love. Like, I want to get this deck so bad just because the colors are just gorgeous. They're just absolutely stunning. So it doesn't just have the illustration, the typical Rider-Waite illustration, just with a few obviously different colors and a different color pattern, but it also has at the very bottom a brief little keywords about what each card represents. So it literally can be your first tarot deck because it gives you what each card means, right? A keyword for each card. So I absolutely love that. Obviously, since we are following, and that includes it for both the major arcana and the minor arcana, there's keywords for both. And obviously, since we're following the Rider-Waite tarot deck, we know that each and every single card is going to be fully detailed, illustrated, and all of that. So I absolutely love it. And it comes with a guidebook that will also include the descriptions of each card, also some meanings for each card, as well as some tarot spreads for beginning to read tarot. So I love that as well. Like, this is a very friendly, beginner friendly deck, but even if you're not a beginner and you're more of an advanced reader like me, it's still a gorgeous tarot deck. Like, I just love this. Like, I want to get it just because I love the color scheme, and I love the Rider-Waite tarot deck so much. So any sort of variation based off the Rider-Waite tarot deck, I'm probably going to use in readings. So the next one is by Llewellyn? Is it Llewellyn Publications? I got a lot of stuff from Llewellyn. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't know that. So this one is just so cute. If you are a mystical girly, or you love, unicorns. Like, this is such a cute deck. This is called the Celestial Unicorn Tarot. It comes out July 8th, and there is only one photo that I see as of now, and it reminds me a lot of the Magical Dogs Tarot. So if you liked that deck and you also like unicorns, this might be a good deck for you. Moving on, there is this adorable deck that comes out on July 8th, and this is also by Llewellyn, and it is called the Tezuka Tarot. It's just so cute. It just reminds me of like old school animes, you know, like animes in the 90s. That's literally what it reminds me of. I just think it's so cute. So it's Astro Boy, Blackjack, Phoenix, and Dororo. So it's all those put together in this tarot deck. I never watched any of those shows. I watched like newer anime, but I never watched like the older stuff really. But I like that they used a lot of those illustrations. I did watch like Sailor Moon growing up. That's probably about it when it comes to like 90s anime. And I just thought, I don't know, the style was just really cute. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that are familiar with these. So if you're a millennial like me, yeah, so old style, old illustrations of manga or like anime, this might be your thing. The next one is another deck that I literally have no other photo of, but just this one photo was enough for me to be like, I really like this. The publisher is Rocket Ship Entertainment, which I've never heard of. And this is released August 12th, 2025, and it is called #Blessed Tarot Deck. This is the only photo that I have of this deck. Tell me why this photo is enough for me to be very curious about this deck to perhaps maybe purchase it. I don't know what it is. It looks like this person illustrated it themselves, or you know what I mean? Like it's a smaller artist illustrating these, and that's enough for me to be like, and it's just stunning. It's just stunning. Just this photo alone is just absolutely stunning. Now this next one is for my fellow Marvel gals. Agatha All Along is getting a tarot deck, and it comes out July 8th. I have not watched the whole show. I've only watched a few episodes, and I know that's really sad to say. But we have the cards here, so it's very based off of the show. We have like the various characters in the show. It comes with a guidebook that tells you all about the major arcana, the minor arcana, and includes keywords as well as a more thorough description of each card. I feel like if you really enjoy the show, you would like it, and I feel like even if you don't, it seems like a cute deck because all the cards look very illustrated, including the minor arcana as far as I can see. So this might be a deck that, I don't know, if you like that show, check it out. The next one is a deck that is very unique because it's just like black and white. It doesn't really have any pops of color. It is called Lieselle's Eternal Tarot, Trust Your Voice and Then Learn to Trust the Journey. It comes out August 28th, and it is by Red Feather Publishing. The illustrations are so detailed. I just think it's such a beautiful deck, and it looks like it has the gold foiling as well. I just think the deck is really stunning, even if it is just black and white. Like if you like tend to use color when it comes to doing readings and stuff, and you like to base it off of colors and like use a chakra system or the color system, it's going to be hard to do that with this deck, obviously, because there's no colors unless you wanted to color it yourself, right? But other than that, it just, I don't know, there's something about this deck that's just so beautiful. Like the illustrations are so detailed, and it kind of, I don't know if it's because it kind of reminds me of the drawings that my uncle used to make before he passed away. It looks a lot like some illustrations that he would draw. I don't know. So I don't know if that's why I really enjoy it, but it's absolutely stunning. I like it a lot. And then moving on to Oracle decks. So for Oracle decks, the first one that we're going to talk about is called Charm Casting: Decode Magical Symbols to Reveal Your Destiny. So this one is not technically a Oracle deck, but it is a way if you wanted to start using charms, right? A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people that they start using charms with their tarot readings, their oracle readings. I have had charms and I don't really use them that often. It's very, very rare, but I do have a box of charms. But if it's something that you were interested in, this deck right here comes with a few charms to get started, as well as a board to just kind of throw the charms on there, and it'll tell you what each one represents. So you can either use the charm chart that tells you what each one means, or if you wanted to rely on your intuition and your own inner knowing, you could go based off of what each one means to you. There might be some symbols that are going to be harder that already have a meaning. For example, like those symbols there, those already have meanings to them. But for example, a lock, a key, an acorn, what does that mean to you, right? A new moon, a full moon. There are meanings to new moons and full moons. Full moons means fully energized, full power, taking action. And then new moons is like relaxing, creating, coming up with the idea before actually taking action. So things, it could be like whatever they mean to you, but it could also, if you wanted to do both and like do the traditional meanings, which they had the guidebook for, along with your own interpretation. I don't know, I just feel like I thought it was a pretty cool like starter kit. I kind of want it just for the board that you can throw the charms on. I thought that was pretty cool. So there's that. Okay, so next is the Divine Feminine Archangel Oracle. This one's already out, and it is by Rockpool Publishing. And this one is it has the archangels all as females because it is a Divine Feminine Archangel Oracle, which I thought was an interesting twist, right? I don't know, I thought the deck was really beautiful. The back of the decks are gorgeous. It's just a stunning deck. Like, it's just a stunning deck. Probably wouldn't use this one that much because it's not too different from other stuff that I have. But I mean, it's good if like you're new to Oracle decks and you want something that has a bit more of like a softer feel. This might be a good one. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope you found some very interesting decks on here. I'm definitely going to be checking out quite a few of these decks, a few of these Oracle and astrology and tarot decks. And yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week for the next one. Bye!